1924 is when this winery started off producing wine. And yet, the cellar where they built it is in a beautiful brick factory of 1890, right near Venice. Very gravelly soil, a little bit of alluvial presence. What am I talking about here? Is Bidoli Winery. Let's give it a shot. This Pinot Grigio 2019, already amazing, the flavors that come through just when you crack open this Stovan enclosure screw top. Is really remarkable. Orange zest, lots of citrus, some tropical elements there. Man, I really like this. I'm actually impressed by the maturity of the fruit that you can find. Some pears, you know, like the Williams style, like ripe pears. And these undertones of like slightly floral, a little bit of a green character. But it's beautiful to spend a little time in this nose. The wine is relatively clear and bright. The filtration hasn't been too much here. You can see some cloudiness, I think is a beautiful sign of naturalness. Margherita and Arrigo, like care a lot about their winery. They have lots of different wine producers. Margherita and Arrigo are, I think, Margherita and Arrigo with this wine came out with these incredible aromatics. I really love this. Man, I'm almost like refraining myself from going into the palate, but let's give it a shot. No speed backer today for me, but hey, the wine has got lots of juicy character, way more lingering than I was expecting the wine to be. Once again, ripe fruit is the key of this wine. So forget about the idea of flat Pinot Grigio. This is all about generosity, fruit-driven character, and as you can see, a lot of salivation. That means juicy and drinkability. With Bidoli Winery, we also have a Ramato option. You all know that Pinot Grigio is actually a red-looking variety, so it's pretty normal to come up with wines that have got a little bit more color than white wine. How does it happen? If you keep the grapes in contact, if you keep the juice in contact with the skin for 4 to 8 hours, like in this case, you'll be having a Ramato option. So you have like this phenomenal, I don't know how much you can see, onion skin kind of color. On the nose, the wine has got less of that floral character that we had in the white, in the Pinot Grigio. This is still Pinot Grigio, but more spices, way more spices. In this case, what comes out first is a little bit of a cardamom, cinnamon, of course some floral tinge there, comes out like some acacia flowers and honey. But it's more about the honey and oriental spices than it is about the floral scents. No speed backer, guys. If I carry on like this, I'm gonna get in pretty happy in the next few minutes. But that idea of spiciness is actually a beautiful idea. I like it because the wine there is lots of volume on the palate, lots of creaminess. This is something that might be a little bit unexpected for the majority of people that are accustomed to flattish kind of Pinot Grigio. In this case, there is beautiful, almost like buttery notes, and once again with the citrus finish. So more body. It feels that there is a little bit more sugar residual in this Ramato version than in comparison to the white. I might be wrong, but that's at least the feeling that you get out of this. Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. This time is Cantina dei Colli Euganei. What do we have? We have a winery that is a co-op, so there is almost 700 winemakers helping the co-op producing this wine that we're gonna taste in a second. Something that is quite remarkable, the headquarters is in the Padova region, but something that is very remarkable, by the way, Padova is where Giotto portrayed the paradise and hell in the Cappella degli Scrovegni. Without him, there would have been no Michelangelo. So just little travel tips for you there. Getting back into the wines. Volcanic soil. So this is like sedimentary volcanic soil. I'm pretty curious to go check the wine out. All right, so actually this is the place where the wine is made is Parco dei Colli. We're in the heart of the Veneto region in this case. So ripe fruit, tropical. The key factor here is tropical without any doubts. A greenish touch. There is some like almost like not cat grass, but something that is more on the green end. You know what I'm saying. And citrus. The wine has got some pretty ripe fruit, but it's all on the citrus style fruit. So acidity, crunchiness, and zesty. Perlage winery. We are in the Treviso area. This winery is completely dedicated to sustainability. It's a certified organic winery. It was born in 1985 with Tiziano and Afra, and today, together with Tiziano and Afra, this winery has got like, these guys have got like 7 kids, 7 boys. So it feels like it's a Quentin Tarantino movie with the 7 boys of Perlage. And this Pinot Grigio 2019 is all about the ripe tropical fruit. Let's check it out. It's amazing, like the banana fruit, the tropical, is coming out really strong already without even getting my nose into the cup. Yes, actually, much better than I thought, because bananas was just right at the beginning, but this is more, there is a mineral hint in the wine, like a gunflinty and a floral touch that makes the wine way more complex than I thought it was gonna be. Forget about the idea of flat, neutral Pinot Grigio. Here there is lots of acidity, as you can see. Slight residual sugar, not much, but above all, there is juiciness once again. So the wine is very refreshing. Ripe tropical fruit, there is some mangoes, nectarine, like a peach finish that I love about this wine. And Pinot Grigio always has got a spicy finish both on the nose and on the palate that makes the wine so lovable. Tamburino Sardo, Pinot Grigio delle Venezie 2019. Tamburino Sardo is quite a name. Tamburino is like a little drum. Sardo is from Sardinia. This is to do with the Risorgimento Italiano. But actually, it's the hill. Tamburino Sardo is a specific hill in the Custosa Valley where this winery is located. It is a tiny winery. In this case, there is only 4 hectares, and the Fasoli family started off the business in the beautiful finishing off of the 60s. You know, we are with the Beatles. It's the beat moment. I can imagine like how happy these people were to set up this little winery. Today, Stefano and Giuliano are taking care of the business. Let's go check the wine out. Oh my gosh, like it's, what is it? Pearl drops. There is this, pears, lots of pears and honey. Like, look the distance that the glass is from me. I can smell these pearl drops. It's very aromatic Pinot Grigio. Yes, and once again, as you dive into the glass a little bit more, there is also elements of, I would say, like floral hints. Slightly like a sea breeze present, something that it doesn't have to do just with the fruit and the floral. It's like a honeysuckle, some acacia flowers, and a touch of tropical. Pretty aromatic, man. On the palate, the wine stands out for its acidity. So in this case, lots of crunchy fruit, very refreshing, very clean. I would say is like a combination of, you know what, it feels like it's a lemon peel with some brown sugar on top and a little bit of cinnamon in the finish. Spicy as Pinot Grigio can be. It's 1968 when Eugenio Tinazzi creates the winery Cantina Tinazzi. And it's only 18 years later that his son, Gian Andrea, a very firm character kind of guy, started off working with his dad, making this Cantina Tinazzi a way bigger winery than the first 2 hectares when they started off. We are in the far west of the appellation, next to the Lake Garda. So you remember we talked about the importance of water in the making of Pinot Grigio. The Adriatic Sea next to Venice and Lake Garda on the far west end. The 3rd generation is Francesca and Giorgio. These 2 guys now are running the show, of course with Gian Andrea still, making sure that nobody is mucking about in the winery. Let's go taste the wine of Cantina Tinazzi. Once again, 2019 vintage, which was pretty generous. Okay, so this is a more kind of like silent kind of Pinot Grigio. Less like a ripeness, less tropical. It's more on the citrus fruit, some pencil shavings, a little bit of that going on. So kind of like some green hues and austerity. Acidity is important in this wine. The citrus fruit, elderflower, that's what it is. My brain was looking for elderflower, citrus fruit, clean and refreshing Pinot Grigio. Borgo Stajnbech. Right now, I'm in a dream. Because we're close to Venice. Everyone knows Venice, right? The beautiful palazzi on the water, in the water. And I'm just thinking that I'm in a gondola and I am taking the gondola all the way up to the Tagliamento River. I don't even know if it goes to Venice, but Tagliamento is one of the rivers near Borgo Stajnbech. There is an old 14th century village. I'm trying to give you the setting of this winery that is not too far away from these wild beaches and oases. So let's try the wine, keeping this in mind. Everything began in 1988 with Adriana and Giuliano Valent, and it's a tiny winery. This is a 3 hectares winery, so really small. Sea breeze. There was gonna be sea breeze here, right? But yes, there is sea breeze. There is some more of a lavender flowers, citrus, like the orange, the lemon peel, because there's some green touch. That's what I was trying to get to. Like basil, it's like a basil leaf and mintiness. Yes, it's refreshing. The citrus character is there, but there is also like an oiliness feeling. There's a slightly oily feeling on the palate. So the wine reminds me of some almonds. You know, when you have almonds and you have the oil of the almonds. Beautiful, essential almond oil. Flowers and sage. I was almost forgetting. Talking about the Consorzio delle Venezie, the DOC delle Venezie appellation. Well, first of all, you get to know that the world of Pinot Grigio, the vineyards of Pinot Grigio in the planet, are basically 50% almost in Italy. And guess what? 85% of it are in delle Venezie appellation. How many winemakers produce Pinot Grigio in this area? There is 324 of them, and 39 are cobs. So within the cobs, there is even more winemaker. So in other words, there's hundreds of winemakers that produce this beautiful white wine of Italy. By the way, the most recognized Italian variety. In the past, this wine used to be pretty dilute, and in the 90s was a very small percentage of vines was Pinot Grigio. Roughly was 3,000 hectares. Today is 26,000 hectares of Pinot Grigio. And right now, this Pinot Grigio is way more fruit-driven, way more complexity, above all, way more length. In the past, it was kind of dilute and neutral. Right now, there is spices, there is minerality, and way more complexity. Basically, this appellation has brought a brand new revolution. As of 2017, this is how young the consortium is. By the way, the largest consortium in Italy, across 3 regions, Trentino, Veneto, and Friuli. Boom. Where is the revolution? Revolution is the fact that there is vineyards, new vineyard management, young entrepreneurs, young vigneron. They're all there making sure that the world can drink the delicious Pinot Grigio delle Venezie. Are you wondering what to pair with your Pinot Grigio? Well, there's plenty ways to go. First of all, Pinot Grigio with its spiciness, natural spiciness, is perfect with an aperitivo moment. That's, I think, the best you can do. So like little nibbles of course, like fried fish, sushi, guacamole and chips. I mean, that kind of stuff. I think there is no better variety, no better wine than Pinot Grigio delle Venezie to go for. Do you want to have pasta with Pinot Grigio? Of course you should have pasta. It's an Italian product at the end of the day. So, pasta. Well, with pasta, I would be quite cautious with I would go with some light sauces. You know, like you want to go like light fish sauce, or you can go like some pasta with veggies, beautiful risotto that you can have it with, you know, like beautiful risotto, like because of the cheese, the fatness of the cheese, the acidity of Pinot Grigio is gonna cut through it and make it as a perfect food companion. I would refrain from heavy ragu sauces or risotto with, I don't know, like bone marrow risotto. That could be a little bit too much. You need something with heavier body. Main course? Well, main course you can work with, you know, like white meat, chicken, of course fish, but not fish that you're gonna cook for too long. You want something that is like lightly like steamed or baked, and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, dash of lemon, salt, boom, off you go. Pinot Grigio is basically the ultimate Italian white wine. And what is the Italian kitchen about? Simplicity. 1, 2, maybe 3 ingredients and off you go.